Who's the scariest person you've ever seen in real life? It was this lady in a yellow raincoat who stood outside my neighbor's house for 12 straight hours in the rain. I live in this small neighborhood where everybody kinda knows each other. Nothing crazy ever happens here. I walk my dog Bruno down the same 2 blocks every evening, wave to the same people sitting on their porches. You know how it is. So one afternoon it started raining early, like around 3. I'm walking Bruno and we turn the corner onto Pine Street, and I see this woman across the street. She's wearing this bright yellow raincoat with the hood up, just standing there on the sidewalk. No umbrella, not moving, just staring at old Mr. Halpern's house. At first I figured she was waiting for someone, or maybe her ride was late or whatever, but something felt off about how still she was standing. Like people don't just stand that still unless they're statues. I thought about going over and asking if she needed help, but honestly her posture gave me this weird feeling in my stomach, so I just kept walking. When I took Bruno out again around 6 that evening, she was still there. Same exact spot, same exact position, still staring at Halpern's house. That's when I started paying attention. She wasn't on her phone, wasn't looking around, wasn't shifting her weight or checking her watch. Nothing, just laser focused on that house. It wasn't even my house she was staring at. Mr. Halpern is this quiet old guy who lives alone. He works part-time at the pharmacy downtown, keeps to himself mostly, doesn't get many visitors. Nice enough when you see him getting his mail or whatever, but we're not exactly friends. By 9 that night, I took Bruno for his final walk. The rain had stopped, but the woman hadn't moved, not even a little bit. She'd been standing there for 6 hours straight, but now she had turned slightly in my direction, and I could see part of her face under the hood. Her eyes seemed too wide, too bright, like she was on something, or maybe just really focused on something I couldn't see. I did that awkward neighbor wave thing, you know, the little hand raise when you make eye contact with someone. She didn't wave back, didn't even blink, just kept staring with those wide eyes. I hurried Bruno along and went inside. The next morning, I woke up early for work around 6:30. Out of habit, I peeked out my bedroom window to check if it was still raining. The woman was gone, finally. But so was Mr. Halpern's car from his driveway. By noon, there were police cars on Pine Street. Turns out Mr. Halpern hadn't shown up to work that morning. His boss called when he didn't answer his phone. Police found his front door locked, lights off, car keys still hanging by the door, but he wasn't inside. His bed hadn't been slept in. When the cops started knocking on doors asking questions, I told them about the woman in the yellow raincoat, gave them the whole story about how she stood there for 12 hours staring at his house. They wrote it all down, asked for a description. But here's the thing that made my skin crawl. Nobody else had seen her, not one other neighbor, and there are no security cameras on our block. The detective asked me like 3 times if I was sure about the timeline, if I was sure she was really there that long. Made me feel like I was crazy or lying, but I know what I saw. You don't forget someone standing motionless in the rain for 12 hours. The next night I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying the image of that woman just standing there like a scarecrow. Nobody stands that still for that long unless something is seriously wrong with them. I finally drifted off around 5 in the morning. When I woke up, I remembered I had installed this Ring doorbell camera a few months back. I grabbed my phone and scrolled through the footage from the night before. What I saw made me want to throw up. Around 4 a.m., the woman in the yellow raincoat had walked right up to my front door. She stood there for over 7 minutes, not knocking, not ringing the bell, just standing there staring at my door with those same wide, bright eyes. Then she just turned around and walked away. Mr. Halpern was never found. The case is still open, but the cops don't have any leads.